Hello, wait as I. Chance Carey again. It was silly of me to have this recording vertically. It will be sideways from now on. Hope all is well. I love you. Let's get into it. Probably just going to run 10-minute videos. Seems like a good time. And I'm on my breaks, so it's easier to do a 10-minute. And over 10 minutes is kind of just long. Okay, Genesis, chapter 10. Descendants of Noah. Now these are the records of the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Turus. The sons of Gomer were Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah. The sons of Javan were Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. From these, the people of the coastlands of the nations were separated into their lands, everyone according to his language, according to their families, into their nations. The sons of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush were Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Ramah, and Sabteka. And the sons of Ramah were Sheba and Dedan. Now Cush fathered Nimrod. He became a mighty one on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Therefore it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. From that land he went into Assyria and built Nineveh, Rehoboth-ir, Calah, and Rezen between Nineveh and Calah. This is the great city. Mizraim fathered Ludim, Anamim, Lehabim, Nephtuhim, Pathruzim, Casluhim, from whom came the Philistines, and Caphtorim. Canaan fathered Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, the Jebusite, and the Amorite, the Gershite, the Hivite, the Archite, the Sinite, the Arvadite, the pages, please. I don't like doing this. I don't like getting my little fingers wet or the pages wet. I'm sorry. Now it's all wet. Zemarite and the Hamathite, and afterward the families of the Canaanite were spread abroad. The territory of the Canaanite extended from Sidon going toward Gerar as far as Gaza, and going toward Sodom and Gomorrah, Admah and Zeboim as far as Lasha. These are the sons of Ham, according to their families, according to their languages, by their lands, and by their nations. Also to Shem, the father of all the children of Eber, and the older brother of Japheth, children were born. The sons of Shem were Elam, Ashur, Arpachshad, Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram were Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mash. Arpachshad fathered Shelah, and Shelah fathered Eber. Two sons were born to Eber. The name of this one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided. And his brother's name was Joktan. Joktan fathered Almadad, Shalaf, Hazar Maveth, Jerah, Hadoram, Uzal, Dikla, Obal, Ibamil, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All of these were the sons of Joktan. Now their settlement extended from Mesha going towards Sephir, the hill country of the east. These are the sons of Shem, according to their families, according to their languages, by their lands, and according to their nations. These are the families of the sons of Noah, according to their descendants, by their nations, and out of these nations were separated on the earth after the flood. Big fam. Genesis 1:1. The Tower of Babel, soon to be the United States. Now all the earth used the same language and the same words. And it came about, as they journeyed east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar and settled there. Then they said to one another, "Come, let's make bricks and fire them thoroughly." And they used brick for stone, and they used tar for mortar. And they said, "Come, let's build ourselves a city and a tower whose top will reach into heaven. And let's make a name for ourselves. Otherwise we will be scattered abroad over the face of all the earth." Now the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the men had built. And the Lord said, "Behold, they are one people, and they all have the same language. And this is what they have started to do. And now nothing which they plan to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and there confuse their language, so that they will not understand one another's speech." So the Lord scattered them abroad from there over the face of all the earth, and they stopped building the city. Therefore it was named Babel, because there the Lord confused their language of all the earth. And from there the Lord scattered them abroad over the face of all the earth. Descendants of Shem. These are the records of the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old when he fathered Arpachshad. I don't want to say that guy's name anymore. I'm messing it up. 2 years after the flood, and Shem lived 500 years after that he fathered Arpachshad. And he fathered other sons and daughters. Arpachshad lived 35 years and fathered Shelah. And Arpachshad lived 403 years after he fathered Shelah, and he fathered other sons and daughters. Shelah lived 30 years and fathered Eber. And Shelah lived 403 years after he fathered Eber, and he fathered other sons and daughters. Eber lived 34 years and fathered Peleg. And Eber lived 430 years after he fathered Peleg, and he fathered other sons and daughters. Peleg lived 30 years and fathered Ru. Peleg lived 209 years after he fathered Ru, and he fathered other sons and daughters. Ru lived 32 years and fathered Serug, and Ru lived 207 years after he fathered Serug, and he fathered other sons and daughters. Maybe it's Seruj, lived 30 years and fathered Nehor. And Serug lived 200 years after he fathered Nehor, and he fathered other sons and daughters. Nehor lived 29 years and fathered Terah, and Nahor lived 119 years after he fathered Terah, and he fathered other sons and daughters. Terah lived 70 years and fathered Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Now these are the records of the generations of Terah. Terah fathered Abram, Nahor, and Haran fathered Lot. Haran died during the lifetime of his father Terah in the land of his birth in Ur of the Chaldeans. Abram and Nahor took wives for themselves. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife was Milcah, the daughter of Haran. The father of Milcah was Iscah. Sarai was unable to conceive. She did not have a child. Now Terah took his son Abram and Lot, the son of Haran, his grandson, and his daughter-in-law Sarai, his son Abram's wife, and they departed together from Ur of the Chaldeans to go to the land of Canaan. And they went as far as Haran and settled there. The days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. I messed up. My phone hit 20% battery. Canceled my recording. Couldn't fix it yesterday. Fixing it now. Sorry. Genesis chapter 12. Abram journeys to Egypt. Now the Lord said to Abram, "Go from your country and from your relatives and from your father's house to the land which I will show you, and I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you, and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. And I will bless those who bless you, and the one who curses you I will curse. And in you all the families of the earth will be blessed." So Abram went away as the Lord had spoken to him, and Lot went with him. Now Abram was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. Abram took his wife Sarai and his nephew Lot, and all their possessions which they had accumulated, and the people which they had acquired in Haran, and they set out for the land of Canaan. So they came to the land of Canaan. Abram passed through the land as far as the site of Shechem, to the oak of Moreh. Now the Canaanites were in the land at the time. And the Lord appeared to Abram and said, "To your descendants I will give this land." So he built an altar there to the Lord who had appeared to him. Then he proceeded from there to the mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent
with Bethel on the east, and Ai on the east. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Then he proceeded from there to the mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent with Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. And there he built an altar to the Lord and called upon the name of the Lord. Then Abram journeyed on, continuing toward the Negev. Now there was a famine in the land, so Abram went down to Egypt to live there for a time, because the famine was so severe in the land. It came about, when he was approaching Egypt, that he said to his wife Sarai, "See now, I know that you are a beautiful woman, and when the Egyptians see you, they will say, 'This is his wife,' and they will kill me, but they will let you live. Please say that you are my sister, so that it may go well for me because of you, and that I may live on account of you." Now it came about, when Abram entered Egypt, that the Egyptians saw that the woman was very beautiful. Pharaoh's officials saw her and praised her to Pharaoh. And the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house. Therefore he treated Abram well for her sake, and he gave him sheep, oxen, male donkeys, male servants, and female servants, female donkeys, and camels. But the Lord struck Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. Then Pharaoh called Abram and said, "What is this that you have done to me? Why did you not tell me that she was your wife? Why did you say, 'She is my sister,' so that I took her for myself as a wife? Now then, here is your wife, take her and go." And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they escorted him away with his wife and all that belonged to him. The next is the story of Lot, Sodom, and Gomorrah. See you next time. Just a short add-in clip so I can fix my mistakes. Love you. God is love. Amen!